Welcome to Church History Stories, where I explore fascinating and sometimes controversial topics from the history of the Church. Today I'm diving into a very odd little book, The Gospel of Jesus' Wife. This document has been the subject of intense scholarly debate and public fascination since its announcement in 2012. The story begins with a small, faded papyrus fragment inscribed with text in the Coptic language. Harvard Divinity School professor Karen L. King brought the fragment to the world's attention, claiming it included the explosive phrase, "Jesus said to them, 'My wife.'" Naturally, this sparked worldwide headlines and reignited questions about the marital status of Jesus, a topic already fueled by books like the Da Vinci Code. But was this fragment the game-changing discovery it appeared to be? Let me explore the history, the claims, and the eventual unraveling of the Gospel of Jesus' Wife. When the Gospel of Jesus' Wife was first introduced, it captivated both scholars and the public. The fragment, measuring only about 4 by 8 centimeters, contained a mere 8 partial lines of text on its recto side, with only a few words visible on the verso. Its diminutive size added to the mystery, as it provided only tantalizing hints about its purported origins. Written in Coptic, the fragment was said to come from a 4th century document, allegedly reflecting debates among early Christian communities about marriage, celibacy, and discipleship. The fragment's text was tantalizingly incomplete but included phrases like, "my wife," and "she will be able to be my disciple." Proponents argued it mirrored theological themes found in non-canonical Gospels such as the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Philip, which emphasized symbolic relationships rather than literal ones. Initially, these connections offered a plausible backdrop for the fragment's authenticity. Professor King presented it not as proof of Jesus' marital status, but as evidence of diverse beliefs within early Christianity. Harvard Divinity School highlighted extensive testing that appeared to confirm the papyrus's antiquity, asserting that the ink and materials aligned with ancient methods. Scholars like Elaine Pagels suggested that the text, whether symbolic or literal, provided a window into the theological conversations of the era. However, as the fragment's provenance, its history of ownership remained murky, doubts began to surface. Could such a groundbreaking artifact appear without a clear, documented trail? These questions laid the foundation for deeper scrutiny, eventually unraveling its authenticity. As more investigations unfolded, journalist Ariel Sabar's 2016 article in The Atlantic traced the origins of the fragment to Walter Fritz, a former Egyptology student turned auto parts dealer and art enthusiast based in Florida. Fritz's background and motivations were shrouded in controversy, further muddying the waters. His claims about the papyrus's origins were debunked, and evidence pointed to modern forgery techniques used to craft the text. King's initial excitement over the fragment, which he believed provided evidence of theological diversity and female discipleship in early Christianity, quickly turned into a cautionary tale. Scholars noted inconsistencies in the Coptic grammar and script, which appeared to be pieced together from existing texts like the Gospel of Thomas. Testing eventually revealed that while the papyrus itself was ancient, the ink and inscriptions were modern fabrications. The revelation that the Gospel of Jesus' Wife was a forgery sent ripples through both academic and religious communities. It raised questions about the processes of verification in the study of ancient manuscripts and underscored the challenges of balancing academic rigor with public engagement. For King, it marked a professional low point, with critics questioning why she had not sought more thorough peer review before unveiling the fragment. By 2020, the case against the Gospel of Jesus' Wife was definitively closed. Experts like Christian Askeland dissected the forgery's methods, revealing that the fragment was patched together from various Coptic texts, including a 2002 PDF of the Gospel of Thomas. The crude script, inconsistent grammar, and peculiar ink application further confirmed the modern origins of the fragment. Askeland emphasized that the forgery's amateurish execution should have been evident from the start, describing it as a child's failed experiment with pastel paint. Additionally, analysis by Francis Watson highlighted the collage technique used in assembling the text. Watson showed how phrases were directly lifted from the Gospel of Thomas and reassembled, often beginning and ending mid-phrase to create a new narrative. This approach, Watson argued, was highly atypical for ancient authors, but perfectly aligned with a modern forger's methodology. For instance, the fragment's reference to "my wife" borrowed language from Thomas but recontextualized it into an unprecedented claim. Karen King's involvement in the saga was as complex as it was pivotal. As the Hollis professor at Harvard Divinity School, she had long championed feminist reinterpretations of early Christianity. Her earlier work, including scholarship on the Gospel of Mary, sought to elevate women's roles in early Christian narratives. The Gospel of Jesus' Wife seemed to offer definitive proof of these ideas, aligning perfectly with her academic and ideological goals. King believed the fragment could overturn centuries of Christian doctrine, positing a Jesus who was not only married but also endorsed female discipleship. However, King's trust in the fragment's authenticity led her down a precarious path. Critics noted her eagerness to present the fragment without sufficient peer review or rigorous verification of its provenance. In retrospect, her commitment to the narrative she hoped to uncover overshadowed the skepticism required in historical scholarship. Journalist Ariel Sabar's investigation further revealed how Walter Fritz, the fragment's forger, had tailored his creation to appeal to King's feminist sensibilities, ensuring she would be an enthusiastic advocate for its authenticity. Ultimately, the Gospel of Jesus' Wife serves as a cautionary tale about the perils of academic sensationalism and the importance of due diligence. While the fragment failed to rewrite the history of Christianity, it succeeded in reminding scholars and the public alike of the necessity for critical examination and integrity in the pursuit of truth. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed today's exploration, please like, share, and subscribe for more church history stories. Cheers!